Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Game of Trades, and this is going to be a technical analysis of Bitcoin. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let's get right into it. So, it seems like Bitcoin is starting to slow down after its huge rally it's made from the lows here at around $3,000. Bitcoin has been in the process of making a huge basing pattern here that set it up for this huge rally. And right now we are getting some sell signals on the weekly chart. You can see this is the weekly. Each candle is a week, and on the RSI we are getting into overbought levels. You can see right here, which is why we have the first red candle in a very long time. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Also on the MACD is starting to pop above the zero line, which is quite bullish. It's showing that Bitcoin is now, out of bearish territory. You can see clearly it's the case. We had been making lower lows and lower highs all the way up till here, and now we're slowly starting to come back up. But we don't really have a higher high and a higher low. We just have a big rally. So, this is bullish, but to make this a real uptrend, we do need some more downside in this little pullback that we have right now. And I'm gonna get into more detail on the daily and perhaps the hourly chart. We'll see if we have time. So that's the long-term view is quite bullish on Bitcoin. This big rally really has changed my outlook on Bitcoin. It really, I thought the basing pattern was going to take a longer time to break out, but we did, and this is the buy signal that we need to be long-term bullish on Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at the shorter term charts, because that's what's more interesting to us swing traders. All right, so here we have this big rally that we had of the lows. We had a nice uptrend line from right here. We have a second uptrend line. Sometimes both can be used. It doesn't really matter which one you use. And we had two highs here, showing a slowdown of momentum. Clearly, this was exponential price movement, and then it was more of a contraction price action, which is why we got this nice pullback, a break of the trend line, and a nice divergence on the RSI. And that is what I find the most interesting about this pattern, is that we have heavy RSI divergence, and we've only pulled back so far to the I'm going to show you to the first fib retracement, to the 23 retracement level right here. So for a healthy pullback, I'm looking for a move back down to the 38% Fibonacci retracement. That would be ideal for me. So right now, my outlook on Bitcoin, my near-term outlook on Bitcoin is definitely bearish. I think we have just broken trend, and that accompanied with some RSI divergence, we are definitely looking for a visit back down to the 800 area, and possibly there. I really favor a bounce off of one of these three levels. We could bounce here. I mean, that's definitely possible. Anything can happen. I just think it's more likely that we come back down to the 6,800 level and bounce higher. And again, it's always the same thing. If we start breaking down below this level, then things aren't looking so good for Bitcoin. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys is the last time we had RSI divergence was right here, out of almost the same pattern, a huge uptrend, and then contraction of price, and then we had a big pullback. I'm not saying that's, we'll get a pullback of this size right now. I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but I think we'll definitely see more downside. And if we don't, then that's just gonna prove, if we see upside, if we bounce off this 23% retracement level with no further pullback, I think it's going to show you that Bitcoin is once again out of control and will defy technicals just like it did in the bull run back in 2007, back in 2017, 2016 even. And we're just gonna blow the RSI off the charts, and it's just gonna be crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen just yet. I think that's gonna take a few more years before Bitcoin sees another bull run, if it sees another bull run. So that's just my take on it. I am long-term bullish on Bitcoin. It's just a matter of when it will happen. But right now, I just see this wedge pattern, and in my experience, I almost solely trade to these kind of patterns, and I do see more downside to Bitcoin. One more RSI divergence was right here at the top of the Bitcoin run. You had a higher high in the price. You can see right here with the RSI making a lower high. That's divergence, and that marked the end of the bull run to get us all the way down to this level. So that's about it. That's about all I wanted to show you guys on Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. In the meantime, good luck, and see you next time.